In this video, we are going to be looking at the if function, more like the if formula. The if formula is one of the most popular formulas functions in Excel, and it allows you to make logical comparison. In simple terms, the if function is more like a conditional statement. After watching this video, you are going to learn all there is to know about the if function such that you are a pro in it. Let me give you an illustration as to what the if function is. Your mom sends you on an errand to go to the market to get something for her. This is what she said. Go to the market, look for Mr. Shooks. If Mr. Shooks is around, buy onion of 200 naira. But if Mr. Shooks is not around, come back with my money. Now, this is an if function, a conditional statement. When you get to the market and Mr. Shooks is not around, come back kukuma with the money. But if you get to the market and Mr. Shooks is around, buy the onions. That means do this if Mr. Shooks is there, else don't do this. That is in simple terms what if function is. So you're comparing two things and you're returning a value if it's true or not, or if it's giving what you want it to give. And remember, when it comes to functions or formulas in Excel or Power BI or Tableau, it's the command that you give it. That's what it's going to give you back. Let's dive right into it. This is a company's data. It contains the order ID, the customer's name, the product, the category, the product name, the sales, the quantity, the discounts, and the profit. This business has been deploying a lot of sales strategy, and part of the things they want to check now is to determine via the quantity sold whether they improved or not. They want it to be that the sales from 3 below is low, while the sales from 3 above is great. From the products that they sold less quantity for, they will determine whether or not to keep selling the products in the market or to remove the products and concentrate on the ones that they sold most quantity. You're going to be writing an if function to return the quantity less than 3 as low and quantity greater than 3 as high. Remember, the company is trying to check if the sales strategies that they deployed is working through the quantity sold. Let's write our if function. Every Excel formula begins with an equal to. Equal to, we write our if function tab. The logical test. What are we trying to test? We are trying to see if this quantity, if it's greater than 0, control sheet down to highlight the whole sheet. We continue in the space bar. If this is greater than 3, comma, the value if true, if it's greater than 3, we want it to return great. We open the parentheses, write great, close the parentheses. Then if it's false, what do we want it to return? We want it to return low. You open the parentheses, write your low, close the parentheses, close our brackets, then click on enter. And voila, we have it. 3 is low, while 9 is great. And that's it for the if function. If your question is, why did we have to open parentheses and close parentheses here in writing what we are writing? When it comes to Excel functions, it's more like you're trying to write codes and you're going to be writing and speaking in the terms and language that the computer understands. If you just open the parentheses without closing it, or you open a bracket without closing it, it's going to return an error. So these are modalities as to how to, when you open a bracket or a parenthesis in Excel, you have to close it. When you're trying to introduce a new text in Excel, you open it using a parenthesis and you close it. And then let's look at another one, that if function. We have this data, we have the product subcategory, the sales target, the profit, the sales. The company wants to check the profit and the sales target. They want to see that if the profit target is greater than the sales target, it means that they did well or it's high. Or if the sales target is less than the profit target, it means that it's low. What they want to check is out of all those low ones, try to filter it out, concentrate on the ones that they made good profit targets in. Let's write the if function for this. Remember what we're trying to look at. We're trying to see if the profit target is greater than the sales, it is going to be within budget. But if the profit target is less than the sales, we want it to return 0. Later, we want to, in analyzing our data, filter out all the 0 and work with all the products that are within budget. To write those functions, we have our equal to if function tab. What's the logical test? The profit target is greater than sales. Control shift down to highlight the whole sales. Greater than the sales part. highlight the sales, control shift down. If it's greater than that, comma, what's the value if true within budget? Close our parentheses. Then what value do we want it to be if it's false? 0. We close our brackets. We click on enter, and this is what we have. Looking at our data, we have this one and this one. The profit target is greater than the sales, and then budget. The profit target is less than the sales, and we return it at 0. In the next video, we are going to be looking at how you can make this better and beautiful. Other conditional formatting that you can include on this to still make your data beautiful. Adding color codes. Hey, you just got to the end. Well done, though. Do well to share, subscribe, follow, like, and drop your comments. I would love to hear from you. Want to reach out to me, send an email or click the link in the description and let's get in touch. I'm Ifnia Gabriel, your data lady. See you in the next video. Do well to follow or subscribe to avoid missing out.